Okay, so this is my video on applying the Invisible Shield by Zagg. I have a Itouch 3G, and I've already cleaned it with the solution. I sprayed it on and I wiped it clean, making sure there's no dust or anything. I got it in the mail today. I've already opened it because I wanted to make sure that I had everything. So here's the squeegee and the solution. And I have here the shields. And of course it comes with instructions on a little piece of paper that's really hard to read. So I'm going to open up the shields. This is my first installation, so I'm hoping it goes smoothly because I've heard reports of it taking an hour, 2 hours, and it being really painful, especially on the back side. So I don't have a microfiber cloth. I looked for one all over the place, but I can't find it. So I'm using paper towels. Works just as fine. Just make sure you don't have like rough paper towels or anything. As you can see, it's shiny. You want to try to get all the smudges off. You want to wash your hands before you do anything because you have oils on your hand that can ruin it. So I'm assuming this one's the back piece because it has all the cutouts. So I'm going to set that aside. Okay, so this is the front. And you're going to spray with the spray which I had just lost. Oh, there it is. You're going to spray your fingertips. So as you can see, I'm wetting my fingers. And now for the installation. Okay, so I finished squeegeeing off all the liquid, and to me there seems like there's no bubbles, but there is like a, I don't know if you can see it because my camera kind of sucks, but there's right here like a line, what it seems like adhesive, but maybe that'll go away. I don't know if anybody else had that problem, but all you had to do was just basically squeegee all the bubbles out and all the liquid. And there was a ring around the home button piece, but I took it out. It was just a little tiny ring, but it stuck to something else. But there is still a piece on the home piece. I think that's meant to be there. But for my first time, it's actually pretty good. There's no bubbles. Maybe I see one, but I think that'll work itself out. To me, what it seems like is that there is a little piece, like, it seems like it's a little bit too small, but it works. Okay, so we're going to start with the back. I've cleaned it to the best of my abilities. I don't really want to touch it because I don't get my fingerprints all over it. Remember to wash your hands before you doing anything, because you'll get the oils all over it. So you want to wet your fingers and get the back piece, and this will start your installation. Okay, so I put all the air bubbles out, which I was pretty impressed with myself. Now I'm trying to put these really pesky little corners on, and I left it alone for a little bit, for about 30 seconds while I was loading up my video. And what you want to do is kind of like that, like take the edges and kind of like roll it against your skin, and that kind of helps with this part. But the other parts are kind of hard, actually, because they're just not sticking like this one. It's just not going on. You have to have lots of patience with this. You have to have lots and lots of patience. And you want to kind of hold it there. And it's going to come up a little, and like this part, it's still not down yet. It's having some troubles. I'm just keeping it in between my fingers like that and just folding it down so that it can stay on. And it's in the instructions, actually. It's called palming. It's actually right here. And what it is that I guess the professionals, quote unquote, the professionals, they use the palming technique to help with the adhesiveness. And also what I've read online is that if you leave it alone, it'll adhere to the Itouch itself overnight. And like what I have to do is let the nano whatever, let it take place on it. But I think I got it pretty good on. I lined it up pretty well with the holes and everything. Actually, I'm a little bit off. Crap, but you know, oh well. I am a little bit off. Okay, so as you may or may not be able to see, which I think you can, the corners are not sticking on. As well as the other corners, especially this one. So what I am going to do is something that I've seen other people do, is put it inside their silicone case, which I've had before putting this on. Because I've tried the palming and I've tried everything else and it's not necessarily working.